The enemy's return is certain.
They're back to start the war.
Hi, I'm Matthew from Movie News, and this is my review on Transformers Dark of the Moon. Okay, let's start off with the good aspects of this film. It was intense, there was babes, there was action. It was a summer movie like a normal Michael Bay movie, just over the top explosions. But it was really good. The whole movie did feel like I was watching a trailer to like an intense movie. And the score through the first 3 quarters of the movie was just unbelievable. But there's a problem at the last quarter of the movie where it just kind of blew me away what I was watching. Overall, this is a solid movie, and it actually has for a summer movie. It's got some of the best acting I've ever seen. I love what the actors were producing on. It wasn't What sold me on this movie was not the action sequences. They actually didn't blow me away. It was John Turturro just getting the laughs. His assistant Hans or whatever, who was just hilarious. The chemistry between them was amazing, and you literally could do a spin-off movie with just those two. Tyrese Gibson actually played. He stepped up his game in this movie. Patrick Dempsey, he really blew me away. I'm not gonna spoil anything about him, but you see a different side of Patrick that I've never seen in a movie, and he pulled it off. John Malkovich was also hilarious. Ken Jeong and Frances McDormand, and Shia LaBeouf, obviously. It was just they all came together and they really rocked it with chemistry and really came together and just probably were the best aspects of this film. I also found this film, what Shia was saying, is a very strong script. It was actually it kind of blew me away. But the problem with this movie was surprisingly Michael Bay. I do at some points really like when he takes his action sequences, drags them on, make them a little long and over the top. But this movie, I felt like he was trying to top himself in previous Transformers way too much. And the whole movie, I felt like he was just trying to top everything. And it felt like he went over the top on everything. And it was just useless. The final battle scene, there were some really cool parts. I'm not going to be lying. Seeing that in 3D with that scene was awesome. But there was one thing that ruined that scene for me. It was the score to that scene. The score to the scene was the exact same score to Inception. The music that played along with that scene was like I was watching the final battle scene in Inception, just not as good. It really ruined the scene for me. But what also ruined the scene for me is it really dragged too long. It was just all about Michael Bay topping himself and just doing cool ways to kill Transformers and try to make it gritty, and it was just out of place. It could have been. This scene's like 20 minutes long of just explosions, and it really shouldn't have been more. It should have been 10. There's literally no point. And it cut off the ending. It made the ending, the conclusion to this franchise, so short. And I really do hope Steven Spielberg does pick up where Michael Bay left off and keeps this franchise going, because it still hasn't hit its peak, I think. This movie I came to this movie with expectations. It matched my expectations. I thought at the beginning of the film, with the comedy and the chemistry, the acting, the low action sequences, the little action sequences, I thought this movie was actually the best one of them all. And it was like the first time since The Dark Knight I've never wanted a movie to end. But the final action scene when they're taking over Chicago came into play, and it just made me sitting in my seat. I checked the time in the middle of an action scene, and you really shouldn't be doing that. Overall, I would give this movie a 3.5 to 4 out of 5 stars. It had the potential to be the best summer movie, but I think I think right now it's so far X-Men First Class is definitely the best summer blockbuster, and I think the only movies that can top both of these is Captain America. I'm Matthew from Movie News, and I will be getting a review for Captain America in the upcoming weeks. And I promised my viewers a review of Super 8, which I'm going to probably see Thursday. All right, thank you. Bye.
From here, the fight will be your own.